Welcome back. Today we're going to take a look at the top 30 cryptocurrencies by market cap. We will start with Leo token at number 21, followed by Chainlink, Cosmos Hub, Toncoin, OKB, Monero, Ethereum Classic, Stellar, Bitcoin Cash, and then we'll end with Internet Computer at number 30. Let's get straight into it. Leo against BTC. Looking at the big picture, I think we are coming down for a wave C, sort of. So yeah, still more downsides, probably until 2024, maybe. We would expect Leo to at least take out these lows. At least, right? Again, once we are under the skinny pink line, we switch our bias from bullish to bearish. So we are bias bearish for Leo BTC and we expect more downside. But I don't see the chart pattern, so it's not tradable. Leo against USD. Here we are. Again, no clear tradable chart patterns, but the skinny pink line has acted as a beautiful trend indicator. Above skinny pink line, bullish trend. Under skinny pink line, bearish trend. So we're in a bearish trend right now and we remain bias bearish for Leo USD. It's just that it's not tradable. So we're not going to be forcing anything until we see proper clear tradable chart patterns. Link against BTC. Here we are. Again, we have identified a big falling channel and another smaller falling channel. This is what you call a nested chart pattern, a nested falling channel, a falling channel within a falling channel. This is something that we like, but I don't feel the strength coming in for Link against BTC. This feels weak to me, right? Very strong rally that came on, but we're getting pulled all the way back down to square one. Could we take out these lows? Of course. How much lower could we go? It beats me, I think we're gonna probably breach 2000. We're at 2376 right now, so 2000 is not too far away. So yeah, I'd preach caution about rushing into a trade too soon for Chainlink against BTC. It's still very weak. Link against USDT, yeah, so that's why it will tie in very well with our theory, with the hard targets that we have at sub $4. We still expect Chainlink to hit 385. And then after that, 347. Potentially hitting both targets, right? And if we were to count, this would be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves down. So another wave down, in my opinion, is coming for Chainlink. So yeah, at this point of time, I'd be very careful about rushing to a trade too soon for Chainlink. You might argue that okay, going in at $6.35 versus going in at $3.47 makes not much difference. I would argue back by saying that yes, it does make a lot of difference. For example, if you think that Chainlink is a strong project and if you think that Chainlink is going to rise back up, right? So let's say, for example, you buy it at $6.38, right? And we go back to its all-time high. This will be a 700% move. Imagine if you got it down here at $3 and let's say 47 cents, right? And then you could buy more, one, because the price is less, and this could be a 14x. It's double the amount of profits, and you could also buy it's 44%. Yeah, you could buy 45% extra for Chainlink if we dipped to about 347. So buying as low as possible gives you the best odds in terms of profits, right? You make so much more in the same amount of time. So all of this would be only possible if we have patience. We have to be patient, even though we could be wrong, right? And we start reversing from here. We don't mind being late because we want confirmation that this is the reversal, because we don't know whether if, let's say for example, we go in now and we drop lower, we would have been down 45, 46% and potentially even 50%, right? If you had 10,000 over here, it would have become 5,000. The other 5,000 just evaporated into thin air. So it would be smarter to wait for clear reversals first, right? We might even overshoot our targets though. Right, more likely than not, we'll probably overachieve it. And then, yeah, again, I don't mind being late. Even if it's curved back up, doesn't have any clear tradable chart patterns, I will still wait for a clear tradable chart pattern first. We might do something like this, right? An inverse head and shoulders, left shoulder, head, right shoulder. And then only we go in over here. I still wouldn't mind rather than going in over here because we just don't know how much lower things are going to go. right? No guarantees that we're not going to zero. Of course, very small chance, a very, 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 very small chance, but it's not zero, right? It means it's possible. And yeah, we want to have profits all along the way towards the upside, right? We don't mind if we don't catch the entire move from the very bottom to the very top. We don't mind that. We don't mind catching just a part of the move, right? We want profits. We want to make money. We don't want to lose money. So this is a risk, right? I'm not saying you will lose money, but there's a very high risk, right? So you must always remember that 90% of traders, they just don't make money. So don't be the 90%. Don't think like the 90%. Think like the 10%. Link against, okay, we've already done Link. Cosmos Hub, Atom against BTC. So for Atom against BTC, I think we're in a very big consolidation, accumulation. Ever since Atom burst into the scene, how long will this take? I don't know. Should we be able to see something by 2024? Possible. Again, I can't say for sure. We could still zip down all the way, taking out the lows over here, right? And this could still be a valid squeeze, right? This whole thing could be an A, we come up for a B, we come back down for a C, right? A DE 2024 ties in very well. And then we just start going parabolic, right? For Atom BTC. Atom USDT. Hey, bro. Atom USDT. Yeah, here we are. We tried breaking above the pink line, but we kind of failed doing it. So yeah, and we're in some sort of a consolidation. Dip a little bit more, potentially. Complete a wave C, potentially, right? A, B, C, D, E, boom, right? That would be the best that could happen for Atom, right? Rather than just falling all the way back down. So this could be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, potentially. So yeah, but I wouldn't be doing anything at this point of time because BTC is still weak. We need to see some strength come back to BTC first before going long on any other altcoin, especially for Atom. Ton against BTC. The ton. We look at it on CoinX. So Ton against BTC, we're already under the skinny pink line. And we were saying that this is already looking like a head and shoulders, right? Left shoulder, head, a right shoulder over here. Right, there could be deep moves coming on for Ton BTC. So you need to be very careful about rushing to a trade too soon for Ton coin. Ton against USDT. Oh boy, we've already touched the skinny pink line. This is not good. This means that potentially we're gonna see it go under the skinny pink line, right? We may not be hitting our targets anymore. So yeah, for the time being, we are going to remove the targets. Why? Because we've already touched the skinny pink line. We could already feel the bearishness. I'm not saying we can't go any higher. I'm saying that this is very bearish. Normally, when we see a breakout, right, the whales are very impatient, right? Let's say, for example, there is a accumulation over here, right? And then we see a breakout. We might see some consolidation here before we the next stage, right? Stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4. Yeah, stage 5. So normally the whales are very impatient, right? You don't want to see whales rise up and after that it just consolidates and it just does really nothing, and it's like, yeah, no. Usually when the whales are pushing the price higher, they want to push it as high and as fast as possible, and this is not one of the features of a very bullish move, right? If we stayed above the skinny pink line, great, but the moment you touch the skinny pink line, that's it. We prepare for switching our bullish bias into bearish, right? So right now we're here, our horns are here, so yeah, we're about to switch bearish. So I think that there's going to be a lot of downside for Toncoin, so be careful about rushing into a trade too soon for Toncoin. OKB against BTC, one of the few rare coins that still looks solid. We're still above the skinny pink line, so the bullish trend is still on. Our bias is still bullish for OKB against BTC, and we're anticipating the consolidation to resolve towards the upside. A breakout is expected for OKB against BTC because we still have a target over here at 0.0033. This was a target that we had since the 10th of January 2023. It's already been 5 months and we still expect more upside for OKB against BTC. OKB against USDT, Same freaking thing. We still think that there's more upside for OKB, and we're expecting $75 to be hit. Right now we're at $45. Again, we're also in some sort of a consolidation. So yeah, it ties in very well, right? As you were saying, as I was saying, usually it's a consolidation. You break out. There's a small consolidation again before we break out. And if you were to head towards triple digits, I'm almost certain that there will be another consolidation before we break out. So a breakout is expected. Of course, no guarantees, right? Things can always go wrong. But we're above the skinny pink line. And we will remain with our bullish bias for OKB against USDT. Moving on will be Monero. There's nothing much on Monero though. It's very difficult to analyze Monero. We are anticipating, again, more downside. This was something which we drew 5th of April, yes. Somewhere around 5th of April. And 2 months later, here we are. We're not exactly collapsing though, but I would anticipate us to drop a little bit more before heading higher. We're already under the skinny pink line, so the bearish bias is on for Monero against BTC. Monero against USDT. Yeah, it's not good. Can you see this? Mountains. This looks more like a head and shoulders as well, right? Left shoulder, head, right shoulder. Possible, right? But we're already knocking at a resistance line, right? Knocking once, knocking twice, knocking 3 times. Knock. And then we break out. Again, we're not too sure. So be careful about going to a trade too soon for Monero. Ethereum Classic against BTC. Here we are for Ethereum Classic. I kind of like what I see. You know why? Because there is a hammer. Hammer time. This means that potentially this could already be the end of wave C. I mean, of course, things can always go wrong and we could just, zip lower, right? Because we're also under the skinny pink line. But I would anticipate this accumulation phase to end towards the upside, right? Yeah, again, we could be wrong and things could still dip lower, right? Until we see a nice wave D, until we see a nice wave E, there's no guarantees because this whole thing could also be interpreted in a bearish manner, right? This could also be a descending triangle in the making, and we could still zip lower. So danger is still there towards the downside. So be careful about rushing to a trade too soon for Ethereum Classic. Ethereum Classic against USDT, same freaking thing, right? You can see this with bullish lenses, breakout, or with bearish lenses as well, right? Mountain 1, Mountain 2, Mountain 3, we fall lower, right, into single digit territory. If Ethereum Classic against BTC drops, very likely Ethereum Classic against USDT is going to drop as well. So if and when we take out these lows, we will invalidate the target. Eventually, one fine day, once we start reversing back up, sure, we will have new fresh targets. But once you take out these lows, it's invalidated. We may still drop, but not take out these lows, right? And this whole thing could still be a very elongated C, right? A, come up for a B, come up for a C, and a D, and an E. Boom! Right? It's still a valid symmetrical, right? It could still break higher. So yeah, again, we're still not entirely sure. So approach Ethereum Classic with caution. Stellar Lumens against BTC. Here we are. Stellar Lumens, we still have targets towards the downside. 293. We're still in a very bearish trend. No clear signs of bullishness yet. This was a super bullish sign. Do you see this? Super spike. We would love to see another super spike, but yeah, it's still very weak. We still smell weakness for Stellar Lumens BTC, so be careful about rushing to a trade too soon. SLM USDT? Yeah, Stellar against USD. We still have our target over here at 7 cents, right? Sure, we could do something like this. Asymmetrical, right? A, B, come over C, D, E, breakout. Of course. But let's wait for this to happen first, right? Because we're still uncertain. We're still uncertain because this thing could still turn bearish. How? Yeah. Mountain 1, Mountain 2, Mountain 3, head and shoulders. And it could bring us even lower. So the danger still exists for Stellar Lumens to drop lower, potentially to sub 6 cents. We could take out the lows over here. Probably some noise over here might stop at around 5 cents as well. So yeah, I don't think we're out of the woods yet. We've knocked on the skinny pink line, right? We did the peekaboo out. Peekaboo. But yeah, as soon as we peekaboo, we got slapped back down. So here we are. I still think that there's small downside for Stellar Lumens. So be careful about rushing into a trade too soon, right? For Stellar Lumens. Bitcoin Cash against BTC. Bro. BCH, BTC. Let's go. Bitcoin Cash against BTC. Yeah, we're still in a downwards trend. We never really went above the skinny pink line. Ever since its inception. We never saw any strong rally. Right, that's sure you can argue these are strong, but we never stayed above the skinny pink line. We failed to stay above the skinny pink line. So, yeah. Here we are. Any clear signs of a reversal? No. We could hope, though, that this could turn into a symmetrical, right? A, B, C, D, E, break higher. We could still, drop lower. So until we see the chart pattern, we still can't call reversals for Bitcoin Cash. Against USDT, same freaking thing. We're hoping that maybe we get some sort of an ABCD like that, break higher. Hopefully, but again, we don't see it yet. We could still zip much lower for Bitcoin Cash. No clear signs of a proper reversal yet. This has potential, but we still need to see proper rallies, right? Strong, big volume rallies, right? When things are rising, you will be able to tell by the volume. Right. So maybe another could be coming for Bitcoin Cash, but we must be able to spot it first, right? I just don't see it yet for Bitcoin Cash. So be careful about rushing into a trade too soon for Bitcoin Cash. Internet computer. ICP against BTC. Here we are for ICP. No clear signs of a proper bullish reversal. We're still under the skinny pink line. We hit the skinny pink line over here. We did a peekaboo, but as soon as we peekaboo, we got slapped back down. Here we are. Again, there's just nothing for us on the chart, right? ICP against USDT. Here we are. Yeah, we're anticipating a wave C to complete, right? And this is looking to me like mountains. Can you see it? Mountains. We could be heading lower, right? To potentially sub $4. Again, this was something we drew. Where was this? 25th of April. So more downside is anticipated for ICP. Potentially another 20%. So be very, very careful. Again, just like all the other coins, we're probably in the midst of a wave C if there's a reversal coming, right? So once this potential bullish reversal ends, it will probably be January 2024 before we see any sort of strong rally, right? Super rally. So this could be a 16x. Crazy stuff. If you get it at the very bottom, right? If you get it at sub $4, this could be a 16x. But of course, along the way, you have to take profit, right? You gotta have good habits and start taking profits along the way, right? Because there's nothing guaranteed. There's no guaranteed, nothing guaranteed. Yeah. So which means that we could just collapse just as soon. So yeah, there's a saying: you never know what you got till it's gone. All right, boys and girls. I guess that's it for today's Crypto Top 30 TA. Hope you guys enjoyed it. See you in the next one. Ta-da!